Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I want you to take a moment and think about your daily life. How do you treat others on a day-to-day basis? You're told to be kind to others, to treat people how you want to be treated. But what do you do? What do you think? Now that you've thought about that, who are you willing to sacrifice something for? Would you give up even a part of your happiness, your money, or a fun time for someone else? Would you give up your life for anyone? These are important questions to ask ourselves, especially as we remember Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Shahidi. We speak about Guruji's kindness to others, courage and devotion. We say we should follow in Guru Sahib's footsteps. Our Gurus from Guru Nanak Dev Ji to Guru Gobind Singh Ji have modeled how we should live our lives. The Gurus built the foundation for our Khalsa Panth. We cannot simply say Guruji taught us to be kind to one another, show compassion, or be devoted. We need to explore how far our Gurus actually went to demonstrate these concepts to us, what they mean in our lives, and what they mean for the world as a whole. Now, we're often told to spread kindness. When we think of that, it's through mundane acts, sharing a pencil, complimenting someone's shoes. It's nice to do these things, but are we willing to be kind to everyone, regardless of their caste, their religion, or their ethnicity? Are we willing to be kind to all beings created by Vaheguru? There's a shabd written by Guru Arjan Dev Ji that helps me understand the kindness Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji demonstrated. Through this shabd, we can understand why Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji would give their life for the Kashmiri Pandits. It is because Guruji lived for the will of Vaheguru. This shabd speaks to how Vaheguru values everyone, has mercy on everyone, and extends his kirpa to those who please him. Specifically the line, Puran Pur Rahe Dayal, Sab Upar Hovid Kirpal, meaning Vaheguru's kindness extends to all. This is similar to how Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's kindness extended to all in this situation. Not only Sikhs, not only himself, but to Kashmiri Pandits who were being forced to convert from Hinduism to Islam. This shabd also helps me understand why the Pandits would come to Guruji. Why didn't they go to someone else? Why Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji? This shabd explains why in the Pankti, Man Antar Biswas Kar Manya, meaning that with heartfelt faith, they believe in Vaheguru. The Kashmiri Pandits were devoted beings who believed in the power of God and recognized Guruji as someone superior and placed their faith in Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, a jolt representing Vaheguru to protect the Kashmiri Pandits. This shabd helps me understand that Guruji's Shahidi was an act of kindness itself, not only just to his friends, but to all beings. And maybe if we start by seeing everyone as a being of Vaheguru, we will be able to show more kindness. When we talk about Guruji's Shahidi, another thing we often talk about is courage. Not like sitting on the top of the monkey bars or trying out for a team kind of courage, but being willing to give up your life for someone else kind of courage. If asked the question of giving up your life or giving up your religion, what would you choose? Most of us would choose to give up our religion. We would be scared, looking for help, not wanting to get involved. Guruji didn't need to get involved with the Pandits when they asked for help. Guruji could have refused or found another way of helping, but instead he got involved. He was in prison for other people. But you don't think Guruji could have found another way to save the Pandits other than giving their head? They could have, but I think they chose this way to show courage, because they wanted to show us to be courageous and to not fear death. There are many shabds in Gurbani that teach us to always remember death and not fear it. But this one shabd really helped me understand why Guruji chose to give their head and display courage instead of resolving the Pandit's issue through some sort of miracle. This shabd helps me understand Guruji Shahidi because the shabd shows me what qualities Vaheguru looks for in his servants. In the shabd, Guru Arjan Dev Ji writes that if we meditate on Vaheguru's Naam, we are protected, our mind becomes peaceful, and we defeat our ego. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was Vaheguru's embodiment. No one can equal them. As the Pankti, Dis jan ko koi na pochan har, meaning Vaheguru himself stands over the head of such devoted beings. I feel that by giving their head, Guruji wanted to show us that there is nothing to fear if we embody the qualities of Vaheguru. He wasn't simply telling us to have courage. It was an example of embodying the qualities of Vaheguru to give you courage. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Shahidi was also an embodiment of devotion to Vaheguru. I think this is so important to understand because we question everything. Sometimes we question our faith and want answers to every small question. Why do we do certain things? Why are certain things so important? But what we don't understand is that this body, this mind, and this head belong to Vaheguru. Guruji, through the Shahidi, showed us that everything we have is the Guru's. Guru Nanak Dev Ji writes, Tan man gur pe vechya, man diya sir naal, Tripavna khoj dan dolya, gurmukh khoj nihal, Satguru mel milaya, Nanak so prabh naal. I have sold my body and mind to the Guru, and I have given my mind and head as well. I was seeking and searching for him throughout the three worlds, then as Gurmukh I sought and found him. The true Guru has united me in union, O Nanak, with that God. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Shahidi was all about devotion to Vaheguru. They sold their mind and body to Vaheguru. They didn't feel as if they were losing their life. Guruji knew it all belonged to Vaheguru. If we could understand this, we would not be so obsessed with the best clothes to cover our body, a body that belongs to Vaheguru. We would not be so obsessed with the latest shows and music to entertain our mind, a mind that belongs to Vaheguru. And we would not be so obsessed with money to buy materialistic things that fill our heads with ego, a head that belongs to Vaheguru. Throughout Bani, there are examples of how we need to be kind to all beings of Vaheguru, how we need to be courageous and not fear death, and how we need to devote all we have to Vaheguru. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Shahidi was an example of everything that's been taught to us from Guru Nanak Dev Ji onwards, and it led to the creation of the Khalsa Panth by Guru Gobind Singh Ji. The kindness, courage, and devotion demonstrated by Guruji showed us that by giving our head to Vaheguru and by having Vaheguru in our hearts, we will meet Vaheguru. Ram Namur Magyo, Jake Samni Koy, Jasimrat Sankat Dars Tohara Koy. I have enshrined the Lord's name within my heart, there is nothing equal to it. Meditating in remembrance on it, my troubles are taken away. I have received the blessed vision of your darshan. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki